Hi guys, welcome back to Kit Car Direct and MK Sportscars. It's back in the workshop. It's getting a little bit cold, a little bit damp, a little bit dark, isn't it? But you can still have fun with these cars because guess what? You can tinker away, which is what we've been doing, beavering away here in the workshop. So let's get into it. What's up first? Right, well, first up here is a car we've just finished. It is a car, left-hand drive Gen 3 booster in here. The customer is going to be doing the engine wiring all themselves, so that's because they're using a Gen 3 ECU and a few other things, so they're going to be doing that themselves. We've done everything else, so the car's been built and it's going to be a track day based car, and it is basically 100% done, less the loom. So let's get into it. What's in it then? So you've got the Gen 3 booster, you've actually got the clocks from the Gen 3 in here as well, and because it's left-hand drive, Lewis is probably going to wander around the other side, but this won't power up the clocks because the ECU powers up the clock, but everything else is here on the ignition. We've got all the indicators on here and all the horn and the high beams and everything else working from the steering wheel controls. You've got the reverse mechanism, which is on that. There she goes. The lights, then you'll have a fog light, illuminate, and hazards. So everything else is operational, and then it's just the engine loom to power the ECU, the loom, the clocks, because it's all canvas on the Gen 3 booster. Everything's done. It's got a nice LSD in it, 338. It's got the nice brake system on it, wheelwoods on the front, billet uprights and all the, you know, all the nice trick bits on the car as well. Billet front uprights, billet brakes, isn't it? But it's very interesting how the Gen 3 booster does fit in quite nicely with the airbox on there. We've shown you this before, but the secondary injectors are in the airbox, and we tend to use the Gen 3 throttle bodies when we do our drive-by-wire stuff, but we get rid of the secondary injectors, which RLM does those kits, and then we put a different injector in there, and you can run the drive-by-wire with the angled throttle bodies and put that onto a Generation 2 engine as well. So yeah, looking really sharp in this sort of Porsche blue. It's really smart. Just got the bonnet to put on, just doing the fine little details before it, just little clean polish, quick check underneath, ready to go out to the next customer. So yeah, another one off the list for 2024. What's next? So next up, another booster car, but Generation 2. It's an RLM built engine. We've shown you this. I know you've been following us. Generation 2 with the angle throttle bodies. Now, so I was talking about the Gen 3 throttle bodies in there. That's them sitting there, but an injector change on these and a billet fuel rail in here to get the angled adapters under the flat bonnet, and then you can run a drive-by-wire with a flat shift up and flat shift down. It's got an auto blip on it as well. Big booster, 230 plus brake horsepower. Again, got the steering wheel controls, but this one's got the aim dash, which is pretty trick actually when it all kicks in. Looks very smart. Probably camera system, you can link up to it, everything else. Just getting it all prepped for IVA really. All starts and runs now. We've just got a few little bits on the speedo sensor and a few other bits to do, get it off. But the most impressive thing about this, I wish you could see it, is the colour. The colour is stunning. It's definitely becoming our firm favourite in the workshop, isn't it, Lewis? It's pretty trick actually. So yeah, a few little bits to do, and then it's going to be ready to get to IVA. So again, it's got the billet front uprights, it's got the billet bearing carriers on the rear, it's got really nice carbon boot cover, and then it's actually running in the back here. It's got a 314 diff because it's running a bit more power. You can run a 314 diff. It's got our fuel tank system with in pump and fuel regulator all built in one there. And it's actually got on this particular one the new fog light module. If you haven't seen it, guys, you're just tuning in for the first time. Fog light, which is E-marked for IVA, and it's got the little let's shine it on. Picture it up. Let's do it. Lights on. Let's put the fog on. There we go. So fog's on. You've got your number plate light there, which reflects nicely, and your fog all in one. Really nice little unit actually. Unfortunately only available through MK Sportscars because we designed it. Sorry guys, but it's really nice little features and like that we always try to a little bit of attention to detail or doing something different, and we'll continue that into 2025. So next up, we're sort of moving along. We'll continue on this path into the next build bay because this is the next cup car that's being built, another booster car. This will be our demo car and race car for 2025 season. We're doing a bit more slowly on this. We've got a little bit of time, so we've got a few months to build it. It's not a problem, but we're just doing a bit more intricate detail, and we're doing some more details and changes on the manual. But floor pans in, diffs in, fuel lines in, pedal boxes in, all of those little bits, and then we'll be cracking on with the build. We've got all the body panels in now, ready to start mocking things up on this project as well. So it'll be basically that car, but in white, but it won't stay white because we're going to come up with a little design concept on that as well. So yeah, God, I love that colour. Ooh. Right, what's next? Right, fresh back. While I was chatting in there, Josie's just got back from IVA here, unloading the car. What's it done? It's been off for IVA. So another successful pass. It's a Mazda RX-5 based car. Do the right things, follow the manual, follow the guides, and they work pretty well. And this is all on stock ECU and management actually, so straight off the donor vehicle. So pretty much your emissions should be fine. Stick a cat on them and away you go pretty much with those things. So nice and easy. Just a couple of bits we've just got to do before it goes off to the owner. Nothing major really, some little changes and tweaks. And yeah, be good to go, but looking rather nice in the grey, wouldn't you say, guys? Yeah, another thumbs up, another IVA pass. Right, next up, we've got the Honda S2 Time.
Honda S2 Time?
I don't know what I was going to say there, Lewis. Absolutely no idea. But it doesn't matter because it's a stonking Honda S2000 engine. S2K, probably what I was trying to get out of my word, but mix that all up. Anyway, great engine. We've been on with this. What we've been on with, well, the mind-boggling bits of wiring, because you've got lots of instruments being wired in, all the relays, so it's a good few days work with the wiring, with the OMX ECU. It's got 710 ECU in there. Most things have been sort of getting into the final stages of testing now. Lights are working, indicators, all of those little bits and bobs, but it's a lot of wiring. We had to cut the dash, which you didn't see that last week. So the dash has been made. So drilled out all the holes, everything for the speedo, rev counter, all of the bits and bobs in here, all the nice aluminium switches, and then in the centre tunnel here we're doing the heated seats. Got the little, it's going to have padded heated seats in there, so you've got the elements, wiring's just going in for that now, and the switches, this has all been cut ready, just mocked up, and the dashboard done. Really nice layout, yeah, looking pretty strong. You got the battery kill switch under here, just precaution, and when we use them we always put in just another thing for you. Our ones come with them, some people don't want. We've got like the power dump, so to speak, on there that gets wired in as well. It just helps. So looking really strong. All the rear arches are on now, and the rear lights are in, all the light pack that's in. Roll bars gone on for the last time, pretty much buttoned up on the back end there. Brakes have been bled up, so yeah, it's cracking along now. It's just the wiring, and it'll be the final bits for then start, coolant, some fluids in it, and then it'll run, and then we'll start buttoning it back up. So again, this is not going to be far away. We're going to be really pushing to try and get this out before 2024. Another one, a few weeks. The weeks are racking up. 2024 but could be a good little thing to push these cars and get them out, and nice little Christmas present for the customer. So cracking little car. What's next? Right, rock and roll for Mazda RX-5 time, and the next demo car that's been built. We've got the turbo one already, so that one's there. If you want to come in for a test drive, turbo one's there, ready to go. Looking rather shiny and gleaming still, not a problem. But we thought we'd build another one, which is the stock one. Gonna be, we don't know, but normally they make 150 horsepower with aftermarket. They're 140 stock, we should see 150. It's got a few little bits and bobs on it, and we didn't know we would do slightly differently, but nothing major, completely stock engine. You can see that sort of 150 horsepower, light and flywheel, and a few other little bits, then it'll be a nice little pickup friendly type of car. But engine's been detailed and clean. We just sent off some bits, we assembled them here. This has all been gone off, shop blasted and wrinkle finish powder coated. We've just got the top bit to fit, and the throttle body, which is over here. We sort of had all of that's over here. We had all of that cleaned up as well, so that's all been cleaned up and detailed. Nice little vapor blast on that, which is very nice before we put it on. And then we're on with, we've actually put on for a 70mm core radiator on this, because it might need, it probably will see some track work as well. So we thought we'd just go big on the intercooler, radiator, not intercooler, they ain't got no turbo on this. No oil cooler at the moment, we're going to run it without the oil cooler and see what it should. Now in theory, these should be actually good as gold with oil temperatures. We're not kicking its head in too much. If you feel like we need it, we can always put one on, it's not a problem. So we've gone with the big brake, so it's got the 256 brakes on the front, but they fit under a 13-inch wheel. If you ever Mark 2.5 and you go big brakes, they do not fit under a 13-inch wheel. You need to put the Mark 2s on, 256, and with 20mm and 22mm vented disc. And they fit perfectly, and there's plenty of stopping power for a car that's going to weigh 560 kilos. It's way over brake with those calipers on there. Got a 2.4 quick rack on here as well, so that should be nice to drive. We've gone with a new manifold. We was going to put the donor one on, but to be honest, couldn't bother to clean it up and paint it. That's the bottom line. So we got a nice shiny new one on with our link pipe here, and that'll go in. Lambda sensor, put a wideband on this, because it's going to have in the ME Motorsport Electronics ECU. We're not running the stock on Motorsport Electronics. All the interior panel kits been nicely done, fitted in, powder coated black. Steering columns in, and then going on to the rear corners, if you've not seen how we do it before, but top double wishbone A-arm suspension, Protect shocks, and these have all been refurbished, all new bearings, everything on these, all new gaiters, new CVs, everything's been refurbished as new. Diffs all been done. Now, you might follow us a lot and you'll go, oh, saying the same thing. Yes, weld up the diff. If you haven't seen it before, we weld up the diff, and that's a standard Mazda. Fuel filter that we run, so you can pick that bracket off your donor car. We have the bracket already welded in for you to bolt it in. Fuel tank the same, all welded up, ready to take your Mazda fuel pumps. A modification in doing that, which is in the manual. We supply with a laser cut part to do that. Fuel lines all in, and then the colour. Well, that's not standard, as you can see. And we've been wrapping the body panels of this, and we'll do a separate video on that, on the trials and tribulations. And there's a lot of F words may be used occasionally when the guys had to go at wrapping this. It's not as easy. They make it very easy, don't they, on the TV and everywhere. It can be probably easy, and perhaps we're doing something wrong, but stay tuned for that one. That'll be a nice little good watch and the insight into it all. So yeah, that's all going really together. Brake lines, fuel lines, all of those are in. Continue that build, and again, this is going to be a readily available car that will be able to throw you. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be over 25s, but we'll be able to throw you the keys and you can take this out for a test drive yourself, which would be nice. You know, have a bit of fun, experience the car in your hands and see what it goes like. So yeah, looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to see once you get all the body panels on as well. So but if you want to know more about information about the RX5 or any of the other model ranges, you know what you need to do. Pick up the phone, give us a phone call here, or come and see us at the factory. We can talk you through the cars, the models, the range, the specs, the engine choices, the power choices, the brake choices. There's so many options available, and it can look a bit confusing when you look online, but we make it very simple when you come down here, talk you through the process, and you see all of these builds in the flesh. Right, while we're here, I just thought I'd point you to something which is back on the spectrum now. Got to unpack it here, look. Ooh. Fast forward, Lewis. There we go. Oh, it's light, I'll tell you that. Look. I don't know what that weighs. That's less than, that's probably three and a bit kilos, I reckon. Not much more than that. Carbon fibre low-sided seats. Yay! Back in the marketplace to order now. We've got the moulds, everything sorted out on those. Really nice, lightweight. Carbon fibre face. They're a wet lay product, so it's fiberglass with carbon fibre 2x2 twill over the top, and nicely finished on the bottom. And you've got your little fixings underneath, your little M8 fixings to bolt your seat runners to, make it all nice and easy to use. But they're really nice little product. Be available on the website. They are to order, about 4 weeks to order at the moment. We're trying to get them into stock. We do a fiberglass version in this as well, and I find these very comfortable, which is why we sorted out the moulds again, because after so many pulls the moulds are knackered. But let's have a try. See? Oh, that's not bad at all. And I'll show you in the car. So it fits, very light. I mean, that's ridiculous, Lewis. That's ridiculous. So in the car, these will be IVA compatible as well, because they meet the requirements once it's in for the harness hole height as well. We've got a nice big aperture here for those, and then once the seat runners are on, you can have it as a slider, and it's nice because it's radius edge, no sharp edges here. You have to put some trim on the back edge of the seat here just to comply for the IVA, just on the sharp edge at the back of the seat and in the harness holes, but low-sided ones just gives you a little bit more room in the hip. So what do you think? Thumbs up, guys? Nice seat. If you want a pair, jump online or send a link up there, Lewis, and we can get them in the production queue ready for you as well. Say the Dumin GRP only as well. So yeah, back on the roster. carbon. Right, well, wrapping it up this week, having good fun, looking forward to getting a little bit of time off at Christmas. The guys are battling through to get the builds done, ready for IVA for 2024 roundup. But don't forget, if you want a car instant gratification, go for the cars for sale section on the website. We've got 2 cars down here with the R1 or the Booster DAX. Both of those are available still, and you can jump on there, or we may send up a link, or if it's easier and you like to have a conversation, which we do sometimes, pick up the phone, give us a call, or jump on an email and we can talk you through the details. Or if you want to find anything more about the RX5, the Cup 200 cars, or any of the other vehicles in our range, the Sprint 185, which made over 200 horsepower, which is probably best described as our best. I can't believe how good it is on the road, that car. It is phenomenal. But the only way to do it is come down here, jump in the car with us and go out for a little drive. That's it for this week, guys. Remember to like, share, subscribe even, and we'll catch you next week.